Welcome you back, you guys, to Andy the Banker Show. At this moment in time, you guys would have already known that Trump is the president elect. And what was surprising for me, all right, was how much of a dominant performance it was. I thought it was going to be a closer race. I thought it was going to be somewhat, it might take a couple days to find out who the winner is. I did not realize we would have the winner the next day. And what ended up essentially happening on November 6th on the trading of the markets is so many of the industries rallied. You look at the banks, you look at Robinhood stock, you look into Tesla stock, they are going up by double digits. It's getting crazy out here. Now, you might be wondering, Andy, how am I going to be investing with the current situation? So the way it's looking like right now, the president is going to be a Republican. All right. The Senate is going to be Republican. The House is going to be Republican. And the Supreme Court is also looking like it's going to be Republican as well. So we literally have a triple whammy here, right? A triple whammy where there is essentially no, it's a one party system at the moment. And in a one party system, Trump has the ability to make so many changes the next 2 years at least. And the changes he's going to be making, right, that I'm considering when I'm investing in is lower taxes for corporations. I'm considering the tariffs. I am considering about more oil in the market. So these type of processes, the way I'm going to be investing is going to be a little bit different. Okay. I did not think it was going to be a dominant performance. I did not think it would be a one party system. I thought, at least the House would have a Democratic win or something like that. But because the House is, they're all Republican, the way I am investing is going to be a little bit more aggressive than usual. So you guys know that in my investment portfolio, I literally have four companies, right? I have Microsoft, I have Google, I got Costco, and I have Chipotle. However, with this news that just came out, I'm actually thinking of investing in more smaller cap stocks. Now, I won't tell you which specific ones that I'll be investing in, but I have considered it, and once I buy into them, I will let you guys know right away. Now, a couple things I want to describe to you of what happened today, okay? Because the market moved so much. There was so much volatility, and you guys might be wondering, like, Andy, why is there such a big move, even though, Joe Biden is still the president, even though Trump is not the president until January 6th, right? The companies like Tesla, they're making the same types of car sales on November 6th compared to November 5th. It's just 1 day difference. Why is it going up so high? Well, that, my good friends, is what we call a pull forward event. A pull forward event is that even though Trump has not, won the election, and even though Trump is not the president, he's the president on January 6th when he gets sworn in, the market is pulling forward all of the gains. It's pricing in the stocks to today. So what does that mean? Is that on January 6th, when he actually becomes president, all of this information would have already been priced into the stocks. And this is one of the reasons why I do not time the market, you guys. Because if I was to time the market, who would have, known that November 6th is the day that your stocks rise up a ton, right? And this is why I just dollar cost average. And for people that are not aware or familiar with dollar cost averaging of what I'm doing, essentially every 2 weeks I buy into the stock market, right? It does not matter if the stock market is going up. It does not matter if the stock market is going down. I am buying it on a systematic basis. Now, you might be wondering, why every 2 weeks, Andy? It's because that's when I get paid. I get paid on Fridays every 2 weeks, and essentially that is when I buy into the stocks. Now, you might be wondering, out of the four stocks, which one I am thinking of buying the most? Well, when I think about Google ran up by 4% today. It definitely did a pull forward in a significant amount. So I have to kind of consider it. But this is one of the companies that I'm thinking of buying. There's also Chipotle, and there's also Costco. Because Costco, during this current moment in time, it's considered a boring stock, and a boring stock, it's not getting the attention it needs. But that's exactly why I invest into Costco. Now, I did want to discuss today's gains, all right? Because today on November 6th, we had a big jump in the stock prices. And this, this bullish momentum that we had today, it felt a little bit different than usual because this one, it felt like it was a momentum shift, right? It felt like people were getting in the greed category. And there's no issue being greedy in the stock market. It's just that, I started having a momentum shift because this whole time, the past couple of months, I know we were very fearful. We had that fear factor. The VIX was going higher. But with today's purchase, because of this momentum shift, I'm going to be buying more and more aggressively into the stock market. Because one of the things I do not want to do is time the market, right? Say that, hey, the stocks have gone up so much, I should, wait for a better entry point. And as a result, you're timing the market. And I don't want to do that. I'll be buying more and more dollar cost averaging into the stock market. And as you guys know, for people that's been following me, the older I get, the more I will be diversifying my portfolio. All right. This is not the portfolio that I'm gonna retire with. This is not the portfolio I'm gonna have forever. I know that it's very concentrated and it's a lot of fun for me, but there is definitely risk with this type of portfolio. And as I get older and older, there will be more diversification. Now, when I look at my 1 year chart for investment, I'm currently up 20% on my investments. I am trailing the S&P 500 this year. All right. In 2024, I'll be completely frank, has not been such a good year for me. And you might be wondering, Andy, why would you say that? You're 20% up in a single year. Why would you say that you're not doing great in investing for this year? Well, it's not great when it's compared to the S&P 500, which is up like 30 or 40 plus percent up. All right, they're essentially double. Now, I am still sticking with my portfolio because this is actually one of the few years where S&P got the best of me, mainly because of the Nvidia, the Palantirs. It had an amazing set of stocks that just skyrocketed. But I will continue to follow along with my portfolio. However, as I get older, the portfolio will change into a more diversified set. Now, talking about the election, there were a few states that I thought were so crucial for the election. One of those states I want to talk a little bit about is the state of Pennsylvania that Donald Trump has won. And this one was such a key race, you guys. When the race was happening, if Trump had whichever candidate had won Pennsylvania, they would have had a huge advantage. And the moment the Trump won Pennsylvania, in case you guys were following me on my TikTok lives, there was a betting market. Once this had happened, essentially the betting market had declared Trump as the winner. This was such a crucial state for both candidates that they could not lose this one. And it was funny, very fun and interesting to follow along the election, and also for the very first time in our lifetime, be able to follow along with the betting markets that Robinhood has allowed us to do. To end off this video, I will say that I think we have just started a very interesting time period of investing. And if you are an investor, welcome to the stock market, because to be in a stock market where we have a single party control, I am just excited for the next 4 years to come and see how the political market will affect our stock market. And with that, you guys, I will see you on the next video. Thank you.